Welcome our speaker for this afternoon, Professor Mark J. Santiago.
Good afternoon, NTC. Good afternoon. This is actually my first time setting foot in your university or in your college. And as I roam around your campus, I can see that it's actually sort of an oasis in Manila. Mainly because of the beauty that I can see currently from my standpoint. Okay, the discussion that I have this afternoon would focus on the tougher times ahead, particularly covering a situation on the Philippine financial sector. Though I do not intend to bore you with so much technicalities, for instance, the expected exchange rate for the year 2023 of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. At the end of the year, December of 2023, is expected to range between 4 to 5%. Though we are expecting 4 to 5% at the end of the year, on the standpoint of the students, it's actually a number. Meaning, sa standpoint nyo, estudyante, numero lamang po. Recently, the PSEI is up by 1,300 points, meaning 1,300 points, tumaas ang ating PSE. Sa December of this year, ito po ay aabot sa around 9,000 basis points. Sa standpoint again ng estudyante, this is just a number. So sa pananaw nyo, it's just a number. How will it affect me in any way? Estudyante po ako, ang importante sa akin ay yung baon ko and how far my allowance would reach me. Yun po yung standpoint ng estudyante. So I do not intend to give you so much technicalities of the financial sector. Rather, I'll be combining your basic discussion and align that with the necessities or the demands of the current industry, which you will be part of later on, which is the financial sector, and then adding up certain skill sets, which I think would be guideful or helpful in your upcoming endeavor. Okay? So just an intro, nung tinap po ako ng program head, si Ma'am Kay, recently asking me to talk for a particular topic. Ang tanong ko kagad sa kanya is, anong topic ba ang i-discuss natin? So sabi niya, anything to do with finance, since your participant is mainly finance. However, as you were being addressed earlier, marami din po pala tayong participants. And I'm pretty much delighted to welcome other field of discipline. Anyway, so sabi ko kay Ma'am Kay, okay, I'll look into it. I'll check my calendar first since the university that I'm representing is about to start its calendar also. Nag-start na rin po kasi itong linggo na ito. Kaya sabi ko, let me run some checking for the schedule and then later on I'll provide you with a definite response. So sabi ko sa kanya, I'll be free on a Thursday. Kaso, ang dilemma ko is yung gagamiting PowerPoint presentation. So, sabi ko sa kanya, can you be able to help me in performing or creating the PowerPoint? I'll provide you with all the necessities. Tulungan mo lang. And we were able to come up with this presentation. Kasi normally, when I'm being invited to talk, I rarely use the PowerPoint presentation. But for the benefit of the entire participant of NTC, then I'll be using this PowerPoint presentation. Okay? Yeah, okay. So the discussion will focus on 4 primary points. I'll be providing you first with an introduction of what the financial system is about, following the composition of the monetary board, or perhaps some of you might become a member of the monetary board one day. Then the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, since it is the governing body for the financial institutions in the Philippines, followed by the components or the parts of the financial institution, and and then if we still have time, I would welcome open discussions or open forum. Okay, so I was advised by McKay that I'll be having 1 hour. So as not to bore you with anything, So pagpasensyahan nyo na kasi may mga theoretical part, pero meron din akong mga sort of trivia na ibibigay sa inyo. At kapag may nakasagot nitong trivia, bibigyan daw po ng premyo ni Ma'am Kay. Okay? Can I hear it from you, NTC? Are you not excited for the prize? Ma'am Kay can offer you all. Alright, that's good. Okay. So my discussion would first focus on the first topic, which is which is the financial system. For financial management students who are actually aware of the context of the financial system, though I have incorporated the definition here, for some students who are not into financial management, this is the best opportunity for you to somewhat understand what financial system is about. Okay? So it is viewed as financial system. It refers to a network of various institutions that performs 3 basic functions, such as generating money and credit, circulating money and credit, and controlling money and credit. The financial system has been created primarily because of the invention of money. Kung walang money, walang financial system. The key word for financial system is finance. And basic understanding for the word finance is money. So pag sinabing finance, that means money, and money means finance. Therefore, when we discuss the concept of financial system, it means we are discussing money. Ngayon, question, how far does NTC understand money? So tatanungin ko po kayo, gaano nyo kaalam ang pera ninyo? Okay? Okay? Alright, sige. I'll be giving a scenario for everybody, and then I'll be providing you with sort of a little activity which will last for 2 minutes siguro. And then malalaman natin dito sa activity na ito kung ano ang understanding ni NTC patungkol sa pera. Okay? So this is the scenario. Ang scenario po ay ako ay isang kilalang snatcher sa labas. Okay? Ako po ay kilalang snatcher sa labas. Kilala niyo po ako bilang snatcher yan sa labas ng gate. Okay? Lahat kayo ay nagtitinda ng candy. Okay? Tindero at tindera kayo ng candy. One morning, I approach you and ask you, pabili ka ng 1 piraso ng candy. The price of the candy is worth 5 pesos. Okay? 5 piso po ang 1 piraso candy. So, lapit ako sa iyo at bibili ako ng 1 pirasong candy. Ngayon, mag-o-offer ako sa inyo ng 5 paraan ng pagbabayad. So kung ano yung 5 paraan na yon, sundan nyo po itong nasa screen. Okay? So una, kindly open. Hopefully meron silang internet. Does the entire crowd has internet connectivity? For some, okay. For some of you who has an internet connectivity, on your Google tab, please type the one on the screen, menti.com. Okay? Pakitype po para po dun sa may mga internet connectivity. And then after you click, or after you search menti.com, kindly key in the code. The code is 6346710. 6346710. Ayaw gumana. Okay, ayaw po gumana. I asked Ma'am Kay to check it earlier and she informed me that everything is okay. Let's just wait for the go signal of Miss Kay, ha? So I guess they are to change the code. Let us just wait for the code so that we can key in. Let's just wait. This is somewhat exciting kasi the 5 choices would somewhat appease your understanding of what money is about. And then I'll explain later kung ano ang meron dun sa maka-appear na pinili ko in this. Okay? Okay, sorry for some technical glitch. You know, the use of technology sometimes experience this, So I do hope everybody understand that. This is the code, ladies and gentlemen. The code is 582. Ay, sorry po. Sensya na ba? Sorry po. Sensya na. Okay na po. 582160608. Let me repeat it, guys. Again, it's 582160608. So yun po yung code. Yan. So you have, I guess, a minute or two para sagutan yung ating choices. Alright, I guess due to time constraint, perhaps we can now proceed. On the activity that you have finished or undergone, you have there 5 choices. Okay? I'm actually requesting if we can be able to flash the results of the activity, so that you can actually see the results of the choices of the entire activity. Though I had a glimpse of the choices as presented by Ms. Kay, the topmost response of NTC is the first choice. The first choice is the 5 peso coin. So you have there 5 choices, ladies and gentlemen. First is a 5 peso coin. Next is credit card or debit card, I think. The third is a check worth 5 peso. The fourth is any valuable object that you can see in me as a buyer of a candy, a piece of candy. And then number 5 is my service. Okay? So yung 5. Ang pinili ko ni NTC ay yung option number 1, which is 5 pesos. Ngayon, ang tanong dito is, bakit yung 5 piso ang pinili ni NTC? Let me assume some responses. I wish to come near you, pero I do not want to suppress NTC kasi baka sabihin nyo, ay, may recitation pala itong sentence. Wag na lang. Kaya I'll just assume your response. Sasabihin nyo siguro, kasi yung 5 piso na yun eh. The worth of the candy is only worth 5 peso. And it is readily exchangeable for another exchange or for another acquisition. So perhaps you have that kind of response. Okay? If you look closely, dun sa 4 na natitirang choices, I'm confidently sure tatanungin nyo ang credibility ko. Example, hindi ko tatanggapin ang credit card mo kasi I'm confidently sure hindi yan sa'yo. Ninakaw mo lang yan. Okay? I might be correct in that assumption. Option number 3, which is a check. I-issuean mo ako ng check, baka nakaw din yan. Pangalawa, baka wala ka namang bank deposit, tatalbog lang yung check. Okay? Option number 3, hindi ako pwedeng kumuha ng any valuable materials from you, katulad ng jewelry. Kasi for sure, nakaw yan. And then number 5, ba't hindi pagkakatiwalaan yung masamang tao naman? Okay? So for those 4 choices, you tend to question my credibility. However, for option number 1, which is 5 pesos, ni isa sa inyo walang tumanggi sa pagtanggap dito kahit na alam nyo na yung 5 piso ko ay posibleng galing sa masama. Does it mean mukhang 5 pesos? Yun naman siguro. So you did not question my credibility. So ang tanong ngayon is, anong meron sa 5 piso na wala dun sa 5 choices? What makes 5 peso enforcing enough to everybody na hindi man lang ako nagbigyan ng authority to deny? Okay? So some of my topics might be covered by your professors. I would be glad to share some thoughts about that or validate that discussion to you. So ang sagot dito is this. Wala, ibabalik ko lang yung yan. So anong meron doon sa 5 piso na wala doon sa 4 na choices na nandito? Okay? So the answer is this. So before I come up with that response, let me define to you what money is. Okay? Money is defined as anything with value used by the society as a medium of exchange, which is widely accepted in payments for goods and services without questioning the integrity of the person offering it. Yung pong limang in-offer ko sa inyo, all of those are considered as money. Pero para mag-classify mo ang isang instrumento as money, it must have two basic elements. Okay? Ano po yung elemento na yon? Ito po yung una. Yan. Okay. So this is the first. The first is that that instrument must possess legal tender power. Legal tender power is written under Republic Act number 7653. That's the new Central Bank Act, which was enacted June 14 of 1993, which was enforced into law or took effect on July 3, 1993. That signals the start of the operation of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Okay? Ngayon, ano ang ibig sabihin ng legal tender power? Kung meron po kayong perang papel, pwede niyo po bang ilabas? Hindi ko po hihingin. Labas niyo lang po yung pera niyong papel, please. Come on. Yan. Okay? On the face of the instrument, yan, no? Makikita niyo po, if you're looking at the portrait is the face of the instrument. If you're looking at the face, on the middle upper portion, meron pong phrase na nakasulat dyan. Ang nakasulat po dyan ay ang mga salitang sasabihin ko. Ang salaping ito ay bayarin ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas at pinananagutan, ang salaping ito ay bayarin ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas at pinananagutan ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Ulit-ulit na ako, no? Okay? So that phrase stipulates that money possess legal tender power. So yan po ang nagsisimbolo sa perang hawak nyo ngayon para ito ay magsilbing pera. Now, tanong, sir, sa perang papel may nakasulat kasi may space. Paano naman sa coins? Wala naman po tayong sufficient space sa coins for it to be classified as, for it to contain that phrase. Okay? Ito po yung sagot sa coins. Okay? Pagdating sa coins, yan po ay dapat naglalaman ng logo ng Bangko Sentral. Ngayon, sa kaalaman ng lahat, meron po 5 simbolo ang Bangko Sentral. Ang una, yung nandun sa dulong kaliwa, sa bandang itaas, ay ang simbolo ng Central Bank of the Philippines noong 1949. Yung nasa gitna, sa bandang itaas, ay ang simbolo noong 1970 ng Central Bank of the Philippines. Yung pangatlo sa kanan ay ang Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas na simbolo noong 1993. 2010 yung nasa baba, nasa kaliwa, at 2020 yung pinaka-latest na logo ng Bangko Sentral. Okay? Sir, question. Bakit po yung coins namin, iba't iba ang simbolo na naka-imprenta dito? Hindi po ba ito confusing for the public? Ang coins kasi ay base sa batas ay pwedeng gamitin ng hindi bababa sa 10 taon. Therefore, yung old minted coins, pwede talagang gamitin yan up to this point in time. Unlike paper bills, it can only be used for a maximum of 5 years. And then gagawa na naman tayo ng bago. Gusto kong i-share sa inyo, guys, normally pagdating ng Pasko, bago ang pera, di ba? Pag nag-aaginado, pag namamasko, bago ang pera. But the point is, hindi dahil Pasko, bago ang pera. The thing is, for the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas to produce one paper bill, it requires 300 days. And that 300 days would start on the month of January. So ngayon mismong oras na to, nag-iimprenta na si Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, count 300 days, that's October. Pagdating ng November, ine-encode ng lahat ng serial number nito. Pagdating ng December, i-release sa public. So that makes December new bills. Ako ba? Okay, tuloy tayo dito, no? Sir, question. Yung symbol ng 1993, yung kung nasa dulo, yung nasa kanan. Ano po ang reason bakit yan ay pinalitan? Pinalitan yan for the reason of this. O for this reason. Yan. Okay. Republic Act number, ang number yan? 8491. The flag and the heraldic code of the Philippines, which was enacted Feb 12, 1998. Nakasaad kasi sa batas na ipinagbabawal ng kahit na anong institusyon, pribado man o publiko, ang paglalagay ng bandila ng Pilipinas bilang bahagi ng simbolo nito. As you would notice, yung pangatlong symbol sa dulong kanan, meron po yung 5 parts. The circle, the wheel, the sun, the mountain, and finally, the Philippine flag. Since it now constitutes that it contains the Philippine flag, it is now a violation to Republic Act 8491. So, pinalitan niya yun. Kaso, because of deeper analysis of the symbol of the BSP, it took them quite a decade to produce another symbol. Kaya umabot ito hanggang 2010. Okay? So much for that. The next is purchasing power. So lahat ng 4 na yon na hindi nyo pinili ay may purchasing power. But what makes 5 peso distinct is that it possesses legal tender power. So that makes money as money. So walang ni isa sa inyo ang pwedeng mag-question sa akin if I tend or if I tender my 5 peso in replace for any valuable material. Unless it questions your free will. So if it questions your free will, pwede kayong tumanggap. Okay? Example. Okay, example. Sa YouTube, di ba, maraming gold digger video? Di ba? So that is an example of an opportunity whereby you can deny acceptance of money in replace for or in exchange for services. So pwede kang tumanggi if it is against your principles or free will. Okay? So ngayon, let me focus first on money. Okay? So ang money, it has 2 basic elements. This is also the origin of the word credit. So dito nagmula ang utang. Paano nagmula ang utang sa pamamagitan ng money? As you all know, money has its own corresponding function. And one of its function is, it is a means of deferred payment. Deferred meaning you postpone. I tend not to use the word delay kasi nakakatakot siya. Nakakatakot yung word na delay. Kaya deferred na lang or postpone. Meaning you acquire the services now, but the payment is to be deferred. Therefore, that's credit. Okay? Ngayon, normally, nai-intertwine natin ang credit at loan. May pagkakaiba po ba ang word na credit at loan? The answer is yes. Okay? Hindi ka pupunta sa tindahan ni Aling Nena para mag-loan ng 1 century tuna. Di ba? Normally, ang sinasabi mo, Aling Nena, pautang ng century tuna. Therefore, it is addressed as credit. Credit is the layman's term for loan, while the legal and technical term for credit is loan. Pag pumunta ka sa bangko, hindi ka mag-file ng credit. Mag-file ka ng loan. Kasi ang bangko is a formal institution. Therefore, legal terminology is loan. Okay? Alright. Tuloy natin. Speaking of money, let me just share it with you. Noong 1851, ang owner ng school ninyo ay ang unang gobernador ng unang commercial bank sa Pilipinas. Okay? Ang ninuno ng owner ninyo ay ang unang gobernador ng unang-unang commercial bank sa Pilipinas, which was enacted 1851. The name of the bank is El Banco Espanyol Filipino de Isabel II. Prior to the arrival of the Americans, pinalitan ito ng pangalan, ginawang El Banco de las Islas Filipinas. When we were now dominated by the American, it is now translated into English, it now becomes the Bank of the Philippine Islands. Okay? That's the brief history of the BPI. Ngayon, si BPI, noong 1852, ay nag-issue ng pera. Perang papel. Ang pangalan ay Pesos Fuertes. Sa Ingles, that means strong peso. Okay? Ngayon, yung Pesos Fuertes ay sinulat with capital P and capital F. Okay? Na kapag ka isinulat mo sa isang lugar, will now serve as the origin of your peso sign. Okay? Ma'am Kay, okay na ako? Okay na sila eh. Alright. Well, at least you can take this one home with you all. Para pwede lang i-take home yung Philippine peso. Thank you. Okay. Let's get serious ulit. Ano? Mamaya meron pa akong trivia. Actually, may tanong ako mamaya. Hindi pa nakibigay yung premyo ni Ma'am Kay. Alright. So let's go to topic number 1. The discussion for money is just an introductory to the subject matter. Kasi katulad na sinabi ko kanina, for us to better understand financial system, we need to level our understanding with what money is. Okay? Ngayon, financial system, once again, it refers to a network of various institutions that generates, circulates, and control money and credit. It performs 3 basic functions. Yun po, yung naka-highlight ng hindi pa pala naka-highlights na naka-highlight. Okay? So it is a network of different institutions. Ano po yung different institutions na yon? Okay? Ito po yon. The network is headed by the Monetary Board. The Monetary Board is the law-making body of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. They are the one, or they are the members, or they are the group of people that creates law, policy, rules and regulations governing the entire financial system. Okay? Ngayon, all of the law that has been created by the Monetary Board are now implemented by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So sila na po mag-i-implement yan. Question, kanino i-implement? Sa lahat ng financial institutions sa Pilipinas. Be it as banking institution or a quasi-banking institution. When we say the word quasi, it means as if. It is as if a bank, pero hindi yan bank. Kala mo lang bangko, pero hindi. Okay? Alright. These are some of the examples of banking institutions. Nagbigay na ako sa inyo ng trivia patungkol sa first commercial bank in the Philippines. Meron bang makakapagbigay ng first savings bank sa Philippines? May premyo kay Ma'am Kay. Meron ba? Ano? Sige, come on. Anong pangalan? Ito, may premyo kay Ma'am Kay. Oh. I'm not kidding, no? Oh, sino pwede? Sino pwede? Yes, sir. Ha? Yes, that's correct. Pero kulang po ang pangalan. That's correct. Pero kulang ang pangalan. We should be hearing the complete name. The institution that was established 1882 by Father Felix Huertas. Okay? And then, ano yun? Commercial bank. Pero tama yun, sir. No? I guess we can give the prize to sir. Pwede na yun. Pwede na yun. Yan, okay? Sir, i-check mo po, baka walang laman. Alright. Okay, the name of the bank is Monte de Piedad y Caja de Ahorros de Manila. So that was the complete name of the first savings bank in the Philippines, established by Father Felix Huertas 1882. Kung may nang gagaling sa inyo somewhere in Blooming Creek, papuntang SM Tayuman, yung dinadaanan ng jeepgay recto, Felix Huertas Street 2 yun. So kung kayo ay nandun sa area, at meron kayong nililigawan, gentlemen, please listen. Meron kayong nililigawan, nandun kayo sa area, hawak mo yung kamay ng nililigawan mo, habang naglalakad kayo, alam mo ba, ganitong nilalakaran natin ay ang nagtatag ng unang savings bank sa Pilipinas. Pwede yun, di ba? It's good, yeah. Habang naglalakad kayo. Alright, anyway, you have the following types. Hindi ko nabibigay yung ibang trivia kasi mauubos ang oras ko sa puro trivia lang na ibibigay. Let's proceed. Alright. So the Philippine financial system, once again, focuses on three functions. The first is that it generates money, it circulates money, and it controls money. Okay? Simulan muna natin dun sa unang word na naka-highlight, generates. Okay? For the word generation, how does the BSP generates money? Okay? Bangko Sentral po ang nag-generate ng pera sa mga Pilipinas. It is because it is mandated by law, specifically found under Section 50. It is only the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas who is allowed by law to produce Philippine peso. Wala na pong ibang bangko na magpo-produce ng pera ng Pilipinas. Hindi katulad sa ibang bansa, pwedeng mag-produce ang iba't-ibang bansa. Kaya sometimes iba't iba ang itsura dito. So Pilipinas isa lang as the BSP. No other institution is allowed to produce Philippine currency. Okay? That's generation. Okay, ngayon, katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, nung time na nag-start ang Central Bank noong 1949, hindi si Central Bank ang nag-produce ng Philippine currency. This is another trivia. Pag may nakasagot, may premium ulit kay Ma'am Kay. Ano? O sino ang nag-produce? Kaya nakakaalam? Wala nang tataas ang kamay. The answer is the Philippine National Bank. It is the PNB who produced the Philippine currency even after the start of the operation of the Central Bank. Okay? Also, in relation to this, September 7, 1978, when the first ever security printing plant in Asia was created. This was during the time of President Marcos. Inaugurated 1978 by the First Lady Imelda Marcos. Okay? Yun po yung matatagpuan nyo sa tapat ng Philippine Heart Center. Yun po yung unang-unang institution na nag-iimprenta ng pera sa buong Asia. Okay? Again, it was enacted September 7 of 1970. So that's generation. Next is circulation. So how does the BSP circulates money? Remember na ang bawat bangko ay nagdedeposito kay BSP. Ang tawag po doon ay legal bank reserve. That is normally used in order to control money in circulation. Ngayong oras na to, ang legal bank reserve rate ay 12%. If the BSP would want to increase the volume of money in circulation, that is addressed as money supply, all they need to do is to decrease reserve requirement. Pabawasan mo yung rate, dadami ang pera sa circulation. Baliktarin mo, kukonti ang pera sa circulation. Pero ngayon, kailangan ng BSP na kontrolin ang dami ng pera sa circulation, presumably because of higher rate of inflation. Kasi pag ang tao maraming pera, hindi nila pinapansin ang pagtaas ng presyo. Kaya pag December, pinakamataas na recorded rate of inflation. So that's circulation. Sinicirculate nila yon sa pamamagitan ng legal bank reserve. Pag nagdeposito ang bangko sa PSP, yung mga pera na luma, punit-punit, may nakasulat na call me, text me, na cellphone number, mutilated currency, denominated currency, pwede nyo po yung ibalik sa bangko at papalitan po yan ng bangko. Ang gagawin ng bangko doon, dadalhin kay Bangko Sentral at papalitan ni Bangko Sentral sa bangko. Question is, anong gagawin ni Bangko Sentral sa lumang pera? Dati, sinusunog po ito. Pero dahil sa enactment ng Clean Air Act, pinagbawal ang pagsunog, ngayon ito ay sinishred sa Currency Retirement Division. Nagiging maliliit po ito na pieces, tapos ginagawang paper mache ni PSP, pinibenta po yun sa mga bumibisita sa kanila as paperweight. Yung pamatong sa mga bond paper, parang hindi pa rin. Kaya kumikita si PSP. Okay? Followed by the third, I do not intend to run down the detailed explanation of this. The third is control. I already had given one example, which is the reserve requirement. Nako-control ni PSP sa pamamagitan ng pag-control ng legal bank reserve. Ang legal bank reserve, parang ganito lang, parang allowance nyo lang yun. Pag grounded ka, babawasan yung allowance mo. Pagka nag-uwi ka ng 100 na score sa isang quiz, dadagdagan ng allowance. So it's one way of saying it's similar to legal bank reserve. Okay, let's go to the Monetary Board. I had given out the brief discussion about Monetary Board earlier. Monetary Board, right now, according to Section 6, must be composed of 7 people or person, all of which are to be appointed by the President of the Philippine Republic. So lahat po yan ay appointed ng Presidente. It has its own set of terms. Meron po tayong full-time, equivalent to 6 years, yung part-time, equivalent to 3 years. According to law, particularly Section 8 of RA 7653, it states that for a person to become a member of the Monetary Board, first, it must be a natural-born Filipino citizen. So tayo po lahat dito ay natural-born Filipino citizen of at least 35 years old for a member, of at least 40 years old for the governor. So hindi pa ako pwede maging governor. Pero pwede na maging member. Okay? Of known probity and patriotism and with recognized competence in the field of discipline. Okay? Ngayon, lahat yan pinili ng Presidente, ha? Wala pong isa na hindi pinili. Lahat yan ay pinili. Si Felipe Medalla, ang current head ng Bangko Sentral. Sa history ng central banking sa Pilipinas, panlabing 5 po siya. Okay? Dapat, panlabing 6 siya. Pero may isang governor na nag-serve ng 2 termino. Okay? Sabi kasi sa batas, pwede ka lang maging, no member of the Monetary Board may be re-appointed more than once. Re-appointed, that means 2. Kasi re means repeat, di ba? You have your first appointment, you have your re-appointment. Hindi na pwedeng lumagpas. Though gusto ni President Duterte itong previous governor ng Bangko Sentral, pero they need to revise the copy of RA 7653 just in order for them to re-appoint the second time that person. And that is Amando M. Tetangco Jr. So siya lang po ang kaisa-isang governor na nag-serve for 2 terms. Okay? And also according to law, particularly Memorandum Order number 148, ang sweldo nila ay dapat kaparehas ng sweldo ng mga corporate leaders. But since ang Bangko Sentral ay hindi na saklaw ng salary standardization law, that's because of their full autonomy and administrative autonomy, hindi na po sila sakop. Kaya meron na po silang ibang scale. Sa batas, noong 1993, ang sweldo ng member ng Monetary Board ay 120,000 pesos 1 month. plus 10% allowance. Ang governor ay 150,000 pesos plus 10% allowance. Pero ngayon, malayo na yun sa katotohanan. Okay. We might be talking of several more digits. Okay. Let's proceed to the BSP. This is topic number 2, by the way. It is a financial institution vested in the state with the primary function of regulating the supply, cost, use of money with a view of promoting the national and international economic stability and welfare. In short, nandun po yan sa Section 3 ng RA 765. Okay? Ano po ang nagtatag kay Bangko Sentral? Ang nagtatag kay Bangko Sentral ay yung provision ng Section 20, Article 12 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. It was discussed 1992 sa Congress, yung po yun. Diniscuss po ito sa Kongreso. Ito ay naging House Bill number 7037. Kung ma-aprobahan sa Kongreso, pinasa sa Senado, ito po ay naging Senate Bill number 155. Ngayon po ay RA 7653. So sino po yung mga tao na responsable sa pagtatatag nito? Ito po yun. Sila po yung architects of RA 7653. Tatlo po dyan galing sa Kongreso, tatlo galing sa Senado, at ang unang governor ng Bangko Sentral ay si Gabriel Singson. Siya po ay naging governor from 1993 to 1999. Kasi nga 6 years. Okay. So these are the functions. Inilagay ko na lang din po yung mga provisions of law. Hindi ko na po isa-isahin, ha? Okay? You have liquidity management. You have currency issue, lender of last resort, financial supervision, management of currency reserves, determination of exchange rate, and other activities. Okay? I'm giving much time dun sa half part ng ating discussion kung saan kayo mas sa tingin ko magiging interesado. Kasi it involves your future career. Okay? I'm just trying to give you some inputs about the context of financial system. Ang segundo, pare-parehas tayo ng understand. Okay? So the head is monetary board, the body and the arms and the legs is your BSP, and this is our siblings. Ito po yung ating mga kids, kasi dito natin i-implement at i-apply yung ating mga batas. You have the financial institution. Okay? Meron po tayo once again, banking and non-banking. For financial institution, meron po yung dalawang parties. Yung pinanggagalingan ng pera at yung gumagamit ng pera. Okay? Kung kayo ay depositor ng bangko, kayo po yung, ano kayo? Yung supplier, that's correct. Kung kayo ay pumupunta sa bangko para mangutang, kayo ay ang users of funds. Okay, that's correct. Very good, children. Okay. Once again, please key in menti.com and use the code. Okay, I hope the code is working well. Okay. You will be given there 5 choices. Tinatanong lang yan kung saan nyo preferred na magtrabaho. And then I'll give you some insights kung ano yung demand ng industry na mapipili ninyo kung saan nyo gusto nyo. Okay? The code is 79103548. So you have the following choices, I presume. You have banks, you have investment companies, you have pawn shop, insurance, and specialized government banks. So ang tanong dyan is, saan preferred ni NTC mag-work later on? And then I'll provide you with some needed information kung doon yung gustong mag-build ng career. Okay? Unfortunately, due to technical glitch, hindi natin ma-present kasi yung results. Doon sana ako magbabase na further discussion. But anyway, let me just continue. Okay. If, for instance, you have decided to pick bank as your primary career path, okay? Meron po tayong total na 595 banks in the Philippines. Okay? For one whole year dito sa NCR alone, parang mayroon yata around 400,000 graduates. So, sabihin natin 100,000 graduates. Sabihin natin dito na lang sa room, meron tayong 1,000 graduates, NTC. We have 595 banks in the Philippines. Okay? We have 43 expanded commercial banks and commercial banks. Meron tayong 57, I think, thrift banks. Meron tayong 492 rural banks and 3 specialized government banks. Ano yun? Land Bank, Development Bank of the Philippines, and Al-Amana Islamic Investment Bank of the Philippines. Okay, yun po yung products, banko exclusively created by the Philippine government in order to provide banking facilities to our Muslim brothers. Okay? So, kung sakaling sa banko kayo, ito lang po ang total number of banks in the Philippines. Kung non-banking naman ang mapipili ninyo, katulad ng pawn shop, insurance companies, investment companies, investment houses, meron po tayong 6,267 non-banking financial institutions. Okay? However, meron po akong however sa dulo, hindi po ganun kadaling pumasok sa banking sector sa Philippines. If you are just simply an ordinary graduate, you cannot just simply barge in the doors of the bank, pass your credentials in their human resource department, and seek employment. Hindi na po ganun kadali mag-apply sa banko. Unlike our time, mas madaling mag-apply. Our degree is more than sufficient to obtain a spot in that corporation. Sa ngayon, nagkaroon kasi ng problem ang industry. Nagkaroon tayo ng skill gap. When we say skill gap, yung skills that you were able to imbibe from a 4-year degree course is no longer fitted in any particular position that a bank may offer. Though I may sound too serious na, no? Hindi na akma at sapat ang tinapos yung skill, yung na-imbibe yung skill sa loob ng 4 na taon para kayo ay malanding ng posisyon sa ibang bangko o sa isang bangko. Ngayon, pwede kayong makapasok sa isang bangko. However, the offer is very low. Napakababa. The bank is offering nowadays 12,000 pesos as an entry point. The basic pay is 570,000 pesos. Will give you somewhere between 15 to 16,000 pesos dapat. But the bank is offering 12,000 pesos. That is with the premise that your skill set are only limited to the skills that you were able to imbibe from your respective universities. Okay? Yon ay dahil sa hindi pagkakaparehas ng required skill set ng bangko sa skills that you were able to imbibe from your school. So, anong gagawin natin doon sa kakulangan? We need to upskill ourselves. Kailangan nyo itaas ang skill set ninyo nang sa ganon, yung demand na skill ni bangko ay fitted sa skills ninyo. If you can be able to guarantee and certify that, then the bank will offer you the best package that you can ever imagine. Unfortunately, if you are just simply an ordinary graduate, nasa bangko ka nga, but your pay is very, very low. Now, the question is, ano ang gagawin nyo para yung skill set nyo ay lumevel sa expectation ng bangko? So, dun po ang situationer na discussion ko. However, hanggang 4 lang yata ako. Kaya, I just squeeze out the juices of the discussion. Okay? Alright. If you intend to work for a local bank, here are some of the certification that you need to partake in order to upskill yourselves. Okay? Ito po yung mga seminars or certifications. These are industry guaranteed certifications. When you were able to take part of this program, yung skills ninyo will now become parallel to the expectations of the bank. Therefore, ang offer ni banko sa inyo ay mas mataas. Hindi 12,000 pesos. Kasi yung undergrad, yung mga messengeryan sa bank, they're offering it at the same amount, 12,000 pesos. Okay? So ano po itong mga certifications na ito? You might heard some of this. Your professors, I believe, possess also the following upskilled certificates. The first is a Certified Financial Market Professional or CFMP. Certified Advanced Equity Analyst, Certified Advanced Technical Analyst, or CATA or CATA. Okay? I'm not promoting any of this. Pero these are the requirement of the industry into which you will be part of later on. Ito yung i-require sa inyo na dapat marunong kayong gumamit ng Bloomberg Terminal, marunong kayong gumamit ng Icon Thomson Reuters Terminal, marunong kayong bumasa ng charts, marunong kayong mag-present ng industry analysis, marunong kayong mag-compare ng trajectory ng Jollibee compared sa iba pang businesses ng Ayala or that matter. Lahat po yun ay pinag-aaralan dito. Okay? Take note that the lifeblood of banks is not primarily based on deposits, not primarily based on credit, not primarily based on the teller. Hindi po doon umiikot ang buhay ng bangko. Ang buhay ng bangko ay mas importante pagdating sa treasury. Kasi dito naiipon ang lahat ng deposits at naghahanap ang tresorero kung saan ito i-invest. At ikaw, being certified, your skills are certified, you can be able to follow where to place your money, then sa treasurer department. And if you belong in the treasurer department, then I can say that you are on the right track. If you will be assigned as teller, the teller is the entry point for bank. Yun ang pinaka, kumbaga sa papasok ka sa bahay ng may bahay, yun yung gate. Hindi ka pa nakakapasok sa main door. Gate pa lang. Okay? Hindi tayo papayag na hanggang doon lang tayo sa gate. We should go directly from the outside, directly to, kumbaga, diretso tayo sa hapagkainan. So in order to do that, you need to consider any of the following. Okay? Then you have the Registered Financial Planner program. If you are into insurance later on, ito po ang pinakamaganda pwede niyong kunin. If you are to sell insurance policy, kailangan maging financial advisor kayo. Hindi po pwedeng graduate ka ng finance, you will immediately become an insurance agent. No. Hindi ka pwedeng makabenta hanggat hindi ka registered financial consultant. So what I'm pointing out is that your education is good. However, it lacks merit. Kailangan pa yan na dagdagan nang sa ganon, yung skills na meron kayo is certified by the industry into which you will partake. Okay? Or, if you want to choose a speedy path, punta na kayo na Securities and Exchange Commission. Ang unang kailangan yung ipasa ay ang Certified Investment Solicitor. Hindi kayo makakakuha ng succeeding bullets hanggat hindi nyo na ipapasa ang CIS. If you become a Certified Investment Solicitor, pwede na kayong magbenta ng mutual funds. Pwede na. Katulad ko, if I may cite myself as an example, meron akong naipasok sa isang affiliate ng Metrobank. A certain amount, naipasok ko yung pera na yon. It's a pension of a definite corporation. Hanggat nandun yung pera sa affiliate ng Metrobank, I'm earning my commission. Kumikita ko ng commission na. That is an example of a passive income. Kasi wala na akong ginagawa, naghahantay na lang ako ng income ko every month. Okay? So the thing is, you need to become first a certified investment solicitor. Kailangan nyo pumunta sa SEC at magtanong kayo patungkol dito. Okay? In fact, you need to undergo a 3-day training program bago kayo mag-take nito. May bayad din po ito pag nag-take kayo kay SEC. Okay? Now, after passing the CIS, pwede na po kayong maging yan. Kasi specialized track na ito. Kung anong gusto nyo, po pwede. Now, if you are a faculty member, if you have faculty members here who are teaching finance also, I strongly suggest for you to take an accreditation to CMIPAC. That's Capital Market Institute Teachers Accreditation Program. Hindi ko na po isinulat kasi hindi naman kayo sakot lang. Okay? For faculty members, you can be able to be accredited sa CMIPAC. Again, that's Capital Market Institute Teachers Accreditation Program. Kaso nga lang is, it entails a little, several thousands. Now, if you want to go abroad, pwede rin po ito. CISI, that's the Charter Institute for Securities and Investments. If you are an accredited CISI, and idinagdag nyo sa pangalan nyo yung CISI, then automatically you can be able to work in other financial centers, katulad ng Hong Kong, katulad ng Singapore, katulad ng London, New York, etc. Kasi ang skills ninyo is internationally certified. It has been certified by CISI. Okay? Also, you can be able to adhere to Thomson Reuters ICON certification. In fact, I can assist Ma'am Kay on this, siguro. We can tap our friends from Thomson Reuters so that they can be able to provide trainings for you. Pwede naman yan. We can be able to tap them and ask them if they can be able to conduct certification for NTC students. Thomson Reuters, isa po ito sa pinakamalaking financial company sa buong mundo. Pag nakapasok ka dito, napakaswerte mo. Okay? I have a student before who undertake the Bloomberg certification in Singapore. Pagkatapos po ng Bloomberg certification, nag-apply siya kay Thomson Reuters, natanggap siya. Mas malaki pa ang sweldo niya sa akin. Sabi ko nga, sana ako na lang yung nag-apply. Okay? And then we also have the association, the American Association for Financial Analysts. I myself is a member of this. I paid $150 just to become a member of this after I passed my examination. I took the examination 2018 and I passed it. Since then on, I am a member of this. Okay? Then finally, this is somewhat far-fetched from reality kasi it will cost us millions para maging chartered financial analyst. We have a population of 100 million Filipinos. Meron lamang pong 120 CFAs all throughout the Philippines. This is an elite group of financial analysts. Medyo far-fetched na to, malayo na to sa kasi even I cannot, unless may sponsor. Kasi kapag may kakilala kang isang CFA, pwede kayong i-sponsoran doon for free. Kaso 120 nga lang sila sa buong Pilipinas. Ang hirap hanapin. Okay? Alright. So these are some of the certification that you need to consider even now or after graduation. Nang sa ganon, ma-realize ninyo that your current skill set is not yet sufficient. Sabi nga, education is never ending. Tuloy-tuloy. Okay? Ngayon, ano ang reason bakit kayo dapat sa bangko pumasok or sa financial sector kayo papasok? Maglalago ba si financial sector? Okay? Here are some of the excerpts from the interview from the previous governor of the BSP, which is Benjamin Jokno, who is now the Department of Finance Secretary. Okay? So sabi dito, hindi ko lang po mabasa at madilim. Pasensya na kayo. Hindi ko mabasa. I believe you can be able to read them as well. Lalapitan ko na lang para basahin natin, guys. Hindi ko pa rin mabasa. Okay, ito po si Ma'am Kay. Ma'am Kay, basa please.
Page 1. The Philippine banking system remains sound and stable. Preliminary data as of end of November 2021 showed the total assets of the banking system grew by 7% year-on-year to 20.4 trillion pesos amid improving economic activity. Asset expansion was mainly funded by deposits, which increased by 9.2%.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Kay. So what are we talking here for this slide? We are talking here of the total assets of the bank. Despite the pandemic, this is 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Despite the recent pandemic, banks were not even threatened at all. I have had a research 2018 that I have presented in Bali, Indonesia. My research is about the reasons as to why banks merge. What are the indicators whereby a bank would pick another bank to buy? Ano yung pinitingnan ng isang bangko para binhin yung isang bangko? I have had a research about that. And based on my related literature, I found out that that after the Second World War, I'm referring to 1945-1946, the first institution that was ever created by the Philippine government was called the Rehabilitation Finance Corporation. The Rehabilitation Finance Corporation is now known as the Development Bank of the Philippines. So, ibig sabihin nun, even during the end of the Second World War, until now, banks are still dominating the Philippine economy. There are only two industries in the Philippines that are not affected in any way by economic turmoil. Itong dalawang industriya na ito hindi na-apektuhan ng kahit na anong pangyayari sa Pilipinas. Okay? Ano yung una? Bangko. Financial sector. Pangalawa, telecommunication. Hindi po yan na-apektuhan. Particularly now, PLDT boost the highest ever sales with respect to internet connectivity. Yung iba nga, tinatanggal yun sa, sa iba eh. Okay? Therefore, banks generate profit. Okay? Saan ba nanggaling ang profit? Ito po yung susunod na Okay, got it. Yan. Okay? Another thing is that banks remain profitable. As of the end of September 2021, banks' net profit grew by 38.5% YOY. YOY is year on year. So imagine pandemic pa nito, 2021, but still, they were able to generate 35.8%. If the bank is generating profitability, therefore the bank is providing services to the public. If the bank is providing services to the public, it means that they are in need of manpower. So kakailanganin kayo. So that's the bottom line. Okay? And then next, credit activity has also improved. The reason why banks generate profit is because of its ability to put their total deposits in an investments which will generate more profitability. Second to which is extension of credit. Alam po yun. So credit activity has also improved. Loans extended by universal and commercial banks rose 4.6% in December, up for the 5th straight month. Ibig sabihin, since the Philippine economy is growing and opening, marami po ang nagsisimula na Pilipino. Particularly, the business sector. Since the business sector is actually opening, kailangan po niya ng capital. Kung kailangan nila ng capital, then therefore, the bank is here to provide them with the needed capital. Okay? So, meron bang buhay sa bangko after graduation? Based on this, answer is yes. Okay? Then, finally, as a conclusion, this will be my last slide, ladies and gentlemen, up to until 4 p.m. My last slide would be a conclusion. Given all the parameters that has been mentioned and discussed, your present skill set, and the move that you can be able to do in order to upskill yourselves, ano ang conclusion natin? Our conclusion is that the financial sector, be it as banks or non-banking, as a primary mover of the Philippine economy, is performing beyond expectation amidst challenges of either the global financial crisis and COVID. It is still best to pick a career in the financial sector. So what I'm pointing out is this: tama po ang desisyon ninyo na yan ang tapusin. Bakit? Kasi yung paglalagyan yung karera later on ay magpapatuloy ang kanyang existence even after our death. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin. Okay? So with that, NTC, I thank you all for listening. Okay, thank you very much.
Again, bigyan natin ng isang masibagong palakpakan ng ating research speaker. Thank you so much, Professor Mark Santiago. So, have you learned something? Have you learned of the peso sign? Alright, so in this portion, we are to open the floor for some questions. If the business students still have questions. So, you can raise your hand. We have our officers around. Bitbit nila yung mic so you can ask questions to our resource speakers. So, when you raise your hand, just state your name and what program are you, okay? So, you already have here, right? Or no? At, alam ko tatanong siya. Questions?
Hello po. I'm Kiana Yan po from fourth year BSDA Financial Management. My question is, as a financial management student po, how can I come up to a particular financial advisor or CFA po when I want to achieve those things po? Parang kung mga, how do I challenge myself doing those things, especially when I am afraid to do it? Parang what are the things that, or what tips or things that I can do po when it comes to do or achieve those CFA and financial advice?
Alright, there are quite a number of response to your question. Pero ang isang sagot na pwede kong maibigay is this. You need to first classify into which particular field in finance you would wish to progress. Would you wish to push through with consultancy? CFA is a form of consultancy in finance. If you would want to become part of financial services, like working in a bank, then all you need to do is to apply everything that has been discussed for today. Okay? Upskill yourselves by enrolling into several certification programs, etc. Now, in lieu of becoming a chartered financial analyst, first thing that I can suggest is to first graduate from college, since most of these certification programs are not offered to current students. So the first thing that you need to do is to graduate, and then afterwards, look for a sponsor. If you intend to become a CFA, you really need to have a very serious sponsor which will finance the entire education. Previously, CFA program covers 9-year period. 9 na taon po ang kailangan para ikaw ay makakuha ng Level 3 accreditation. As far as I know about CFA, hindi ka pwedeng magdala ng CFA title hanggat hindi mo natatapos yung Level 3. The first one is Level 1. If you intend to be exposed with Level 1, I strongly suggest the university officials to consider joining the Intercollegiate Finance Competition, which is sponsored by the financial executives of the Philippines. The scope of the Quiz B is the Level 1 certification for CFA. Okay? So that's the scope of that. I'm not sure if the university is already a part of the Quiz B, since that Quiz B is joined by the entire Philippines. So I guess yun muna, alamin muna natin yung actual content. Kasi I'm confident that we do have so much things to progress with. Maraming concepts na baka hindi pa tayo aware that needs further analysis and further discussion. And also, if in case nakapagtrabaho kayo sa isang financial institution, several financial institutions are actually offering study grants. So for example, you work for BPI, you can ask the Human Resource Department of BPI if they provide study grants so they can sponsor you to fulfill your dream as soon-to-be CFA. Malamang pag 121 ka. That's it.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you so much. Next, we still have another question. Ayan, we have there. Please stand up to be recognized.
Hello po sir, good afternoon. Ako po si Sir Frank Kiday from Business Administration Marketing Management. So, ang question ko po, marketing student po po, so in the future, or on market side po, is a marketing can enter financial institution po?
Definitely, sir. In fact, banks is all about selling. Banks is selling. Banks sells deposits to clients. Bank sells financial products to clients. Bank sells insurance to clients. Banks is actually selling the entirety of the bank. Okay? But if I can suggest for upskilling marketing students, there are certification programs like Certified Sales Professional, Certified Marketing Professionals that are actually geared towards enhancing your skills in terms of selling. In fact, the best person to run banks are marketing people.
And another question lang po, since upon observation po kayo sa nangyayari dito sa Philippines, it's as special as Bank of the Philippines is a socialized bank. It's a government bank, tama po ba? I'm a UCPE savings bank holder account. So, nag-merge matawag po ba siya as merging?
Yes.
Kasi almost of the UCPE branch nowadays are turning into land bank of the Philippines.
If I may just simply explain merging or merger, A plus B equals A or B. Consolidation is A plus B equals C. A new corporation will be established if it is a consolidation. If it is merger, similar to PNB Allied Bank, it is Allied Bank who acquired PNB. But the surviving entity is PNB. That's because of international acknowledgement for PNB.
So, between from our funds po, dun sa savings namin from UCPB, it will be the same.
Yes,
Tama po ba?
yes.
Okay po. Thank you.
The only problem there is that if the transition from UCPB to Land Bank is already finished, it means to say that all UCPB branches shall now use the system of Land Bank.
So, meaning, ngayon po kasi UCPB pa rin yung ATM po. So, probably, it will change na rin kasi.
Hindi pa tapos ang transition ni Land Bank and UCPB. Pero the entire management of UCPB, all of its assets and liabilities are now transferred to Land Bank.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. So, for the two students who've asked question, meron kayo dito, what do you call this one? Stream bag. So, can you get this one? So, for last one, you still have one, right? For last one, sino bang gusto magtanong? Other one is for Kiana. Kiana, you get yours here. Last one. Ayan, may nagtuturo ng name. Ayun daw, yan. Yeah, for the last question.
Good afternoon.
State your name and program.
I am Christine po, from Financial Management. You have mentioned po yung skills po namin para din sa financial institution po. If you don't mind po, can you give us po some of the skills po na pwede po namin ma-enhance po or ma-improve na ma-upskill po namin sa pagpasok po sa financial institution?
Right. The current trend for the required skills for 2022, you can be able to search it in the internet. But some of which are communication skills, presentation skills, analytical skills, people skills. Makikita niyo po yung pag-search niyo po sa internet. However, in the field of financial sector, it is somewhat a technical sector that requires analytical mind, that requires instinct or gut feel. So those are some things that needs to be addressed. For example, you should be able to know how to read charts. You should be able to know when is the right time to buy and when is the right time to sell. Okay? May mga indicators that needs to be addressed. Katulad ng politics, katulad ng news, market expectations, etc. Na pwede nating magamit nang sa ganon, pwede tayong ma-enhance ang ating skills. However, the only problem is we may be able to imbibe or to have those kind of skills. The only problem is we do not have the opportunity to reason out and justify it. For example, marunong po akong bumasa ng chart. Alam ko kung kailan bibili, alam ko kung kailan magbibenta. However, hindi nyo alam yun na marunong ako. Now, how will I justify that I know all of those? Pe-present ko yung title ko. I'm a CFMP. I'm a Certified Advanced Equity Analyst. I'm a Certified Advanced Technical Analyst. Pag nakita niyo yung title na nakadugtong sa pangalan ko na yan, then I don't need to explain it. Kasi that industry certifies me that I know all of those. That's the beauty of certification. Hindi ko kailangan mag-justify sa inyo. Ang industriya alam na pagka meron ako niyan, automatically, alam nila, alam ko na yan. So no questions asked. In your case, hindi ko alam kung ano yung kaya mo i-provide sa akin. So I need to ask question. Tama? Asking questions is being done in the interview process. The problem is, kung aabot ba tayo sa interview process. Kung hindi tayo umabot sa interview process, hindi natin ma-reason out na alam natin yun. Nakuha? So kung meron ako ng mga nominal titles, certifications, it means my skills are certified by the industry. Kahit hindi mo na ako interviewin, tignan mo yung credentials ko, I can guarantee you that I know all of those. Okay? I hope I make it clear.
Alright, thank you so much. So, there is just one more segment before we end. So, sabi ng ating SIBA President, we still have NTC merch here. So, we have 2 shirts, then eco bag, yeah, and then 1 counter. So, the research speaker will ask a question, and then the first one who would get the right answer will be given an NTC merch. Okay? So are you ready? The other mic is there, and then the other mic will be here. Alright, so you can start po.
Alright, so as instructed, I'm gonna be asking 5 questions. Paunahan na lang po ito, ano? So ang unang pong tanong, sino po ang current governor ni PSP?
Hello, good afternoon. Philippine and Medalla.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, that's good. Congratulations. Question number 2 is, saan po nanggaling ang peso sign?
Sa ano to? Sa pesos Philippines.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, third question. Sino po ang implementing body ng Monetary Board?
Okay, experience po. Tama po ba?
Malungkot. Parang nag-enjoy si Sir dun sa paglakad Holding hands Sino ang implementing body ng Monetary Board?
Siya na po, Benjamin Yao.
Okay. Mali po. Implementing body ng Monetary Board? Okay, that's correct. t-shirt daw yung papamigay. Okay. First question. Ano ang pangalan ng unang phone shop sa Pilipinas? Dito sa harapan, meron? Dito sa harapan?
Tambun.
Okay, correct. Tambunting was established 1906. The complete name is Casa Agencia de Empeños de Ildefonso Tambun. Ito ang kompletong pangalan. Okay? And then final question for another t-shirt. Ibigay ang kompletong pangalan ni Dean.
Adrian Manalo po.
Ikaw po. Middle initial daw, ulang.
Mr. Adrian O. Manalo.
Next daw po.
Adrian F. Manalo.
Next pa din.
Dr. Adrian O.
Next pa din.
Adrian D. Manalo.
Sino yung nagsabi na Dr. Adrian O. Manalo? Yung una. Siya? I guess din, pwede na yun, din. You're correct. Okay, thank you once again, NBC.
Thank you so much, Professor Mark Santiago. Okay, now let's award the certificate of participation as well as a gift to the speaker. We call on the chair of the SOB Week. So let me just read the citation. National Teachers College School of Business certificate of participation is presented to Professor Mark J. Santiago for his contribution as resource speaker in the seminar entitled Tougher Times Ahead, a Situationer of the Philippine Financial Sector as part of the School of Business Week 2023. Given this 19th of January 2023 at the National Teachers College Social Hall, signed Dr. Adrian O. Manalo, Dean of the School of Business, and Professor Maria Catherine Ignacio Arboleda, Chair of the SOB Week 2023. Let's give a round of applause to our resource speaker. Okay, so thank you so much again to everyone. And before we end, we'll be just asking... Alright, so before we end, nakakandado pa po yung mga pito, di ba kayo pwedeng umalis? To properly end the seminar, let us call on our Dean for the closing remarks, Dr. Adrian O. Manalo. Let's give Dean Manalo a round of applause.
First of all, I would like to express my appreciation to our dear speaker, Professor Santiago, for sharing us his expertise, specifically in the field of finance. My deepest gratitude to all who attended this event. I was actually quite surprised because this is the first time na puno yung venue. For past to 3 days. I'm always waiting na sana mapuno yung venue. I'm so happy because we need pala an event that is something that is very informative just to make it possible na mapuno yung venue. Well, one thing that I have learned in this seminar is that we talk about financial system and it's all about money. It regulates and generates money, right? And this is basically the essence of being a business student, right? Or businessman, businesswoman, and entrepreneur, or an industry practitioner. Everything is all about money. Okay? Now, well, as an entrepreneur, we always thought that money will always be the reason why we exist, right? I just would like to let you know that money should only be a motivation for you to survive. Okay? Other than that, it will be some sort of happiness for many. Pero you will find your happiness in other ways. Well, at this point in time, everybody, we're all struggling because of the pandemic. A lot of businesses are closing down. They're struggling when it comes to the financial capabilities. And we come to realize that we can still survive despite the pandemic. Okay? So this seminar is actually very memorable for me because I realized that, there is something that we really need more than money. Okay, we have our friends, we have our families, and at this moment, nakakatuwa because maybe this is the first time you attended this kind of event, right? And I'm so happy kasi madaming umattend. And all of you are very participative, and I'm very thankful for that. Konting palakpak naman dyan. Now, this event would not be possible with all the people in charge, the students, the professors. I don't want to close this event without giving thanks to those people. Okay? To all the professors, to all the students, student leaders from different organizations, my program heads, the administrators, and also the NTC. Okay? So, thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Dean Manalo. So for final reminders, please kindly accomplish first the evaluation form. And the officers, the CIVA officers will get them at the door before you leave. So you make sure that you accomplish that because you will not be receiving your certificates if you will not return those things, those evaluation forms. Okay? And before that, okay, kalma kayo. Before that, once you accomplish, you will all go out, and all the interns and the fourth years, please stay first. We'll just have some announcements. Okay? Okay. So, thank you again, everyone, for coming. This has been your moderator, Patrick Esplana, from the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Human Resource. So, before we go out, please stand up. We'll just have a photo op. So, our dear speakers, program head and dean, sa center.